What is going on, everyone, and welcome to a special ESO video. So I've done this years ago in 2016, 2017, never really did it in 2018, but we're going to be doing an updated add-on video. So basically, what add-ons do I use? And I'll try to go through everything and explain like what they do and if it might be good for you to look at. So all the add-ons I'm listing are on Minion ESO UI, so you can get them yourself. And so I'll explain all of them, and they might be helpful for you. You may have heard of them. Some of them are super popular, and you probably have it yourself. But yeah. Also, we actually did get a new house recently in the past month. This is my new Lynchall Grand Manor house, and yeah, it's not done yet, but I like colorful stuff. So this is the entrance. So anyway, with that said, a TLDR, I can't move this, and I'm not going to move my camera, but we'll go over all the add-ons here. So yeah, let's start off with everything in order. Is there another settings, actually? Yeah, okay, so over here, you can't move this either, but Alpha Gear. For all of you who enjoy the combat part of this game, it might be helpful for you. You can hotkey it. This is what it does. So basically, it saves your sets, and then you could hotkey it and swap all your things in one button. It's super handy for what you like to do, whether it's like dungeons, trial, just having collected a lot of sets. If you're a healer, you probably use it. Basically, every class uses it, but mostly, if you are a healer, you just carry a lot of stuff, and occasionally, if you're, you know, everything else. So I'll show you how it works. I'm not going to go too in-depth for all the add-ons, but this one just to show you how it works. So you go through your inventory, pick out some pieces of gear. We'll just show you on a test one. So let's use one that's empty. Let's say you put in like something for gloves here, and then a helmet over. Just kind of drag and drop. And then you take an empty slot right here, and you click this. And then you can pick any of the like completed sets you've done. And then you, let's take number 12, and you have it there. You could hotkey it. And then put your action bar, so like you set skills all the way over here. This is something you set yourself. And then, so from here, you take 1, 2, whatever you want. And then you just hotkey it, and it auto swaps to everything you have. So, yeah, that's in a nutshell how you swap gear super quickly. It's super handy for me, but might be something to look into. Next add-on, we have Awesome Guild Store. Basically, if you have ever used the regular default UI for like buying stuff at a guild merchant, you know it's awful, and literally every other game in 2018 has a text search. This is what it does. It's like color-coded, and you can text search items when you're shopping through guild stores. It just makes things super handy. Black Rose Prison Helper. I don't really use this often, but when I first got my clear veteran Black Rose Prison, let me show you when was that actually? Yeah, a little under November. Yeah, October 30th is when I got it. And it's like a more difficult version of DSA. It's kind of like Raid Notifier, except for that one. Changes, show actual CP. So basically, if you go into like whatever, you can see people's real number CP. So the cap right now is 810. And if you don't have the add-on, anyone above 810 will just say 810. And then if you have the add-on, you can see people's real numbers. So like myself, I'm over here with that one. You can see at the top. It's pretty cool. That's about it. Let's see what else. What other add-ons? Combat metrics. I'm pretty sure anyone who does any sort of PvE content has it. It's a little bar right here. It tells you your DPS. And yeah, a way to track your DPS in any sort of like combat. Kind of worth having. Essential housing tools. Basically, if you like housing and the non-combat part of stuff, then it helps. I'm not really good with it. I just kind of have it because people told me to get it, and it helps you like perfect things. FTC, I don't actually use this add-on. I use it for the DPS sharing. So this is FTC's little bar, and then like when you're out of combat, it shows a little box with everyone else who has the setting on, and you guys can share your DPS, and like if you're competitive, that's basically what it is. Inventory grid view. This is what it is. So this is the default UI. Ooh, mine is screwed up because of that. Okay, never mind. So this is what the default menu looks like. If you have inventory grid view, you can see everything in one screen. There's one thing that I used in Skyrim a lot. Just like seeing everything in one screen versus having to scroll down to see everything. So that's just one thing I like. Personal preference. Joe Group. Can't really show you this now because it's like a UI for your... let me show you. Actually, I think I can... Okay, so this is basically it, the UI. If you have people in your group, you can customize the color. The way I set it was red means DPS, green means healer, blue means tank. You can set it to whatever color you want. It doesn't really matter. But customize the size, health bars, all that stuff. But I just like this kind of UI. It looks nice. And make sure to get the one that's like updated. Lazy Rick Crafter. It turns like 30 clicks into 3 clicks, and that's about it. This one is for another one that I don't actually know what it does. Lore books. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know what this one is because it's very popular. It just shows you all the lore books on the map. Then you go get them. Treasure Hunter. If you have a voucher or not, like treasure map. I think I have one. Let me just show you an example. Rothgar. Marks it on your map. That way you don't have to search for it or Google it. Saves so much time. Worth. LUI Extended. This is the overall UI add-on. So like things you see right here. This little bar right here. It's a huge add-on actually. It does a lot of stuff. But that's just what I use it for. So you can show like debuffs and buffs on other players. Like all the different UI options. Something you have to like set and test on your own time. Magic Carpet. It is something for housing. Let me show you how it works. I don't really use it often, but like when I'm actually house decorating. I have a wooden plank. This is Magic Carpet. You can... It's kind of exactly what it sounds like. You can place an item on your ground in your house, and then you turn it on. So basically, there's something. Start it, and then carries you upwards. It's actually super handy for placing stuff without ladders and whatnot. And then turn it off, and then it goes back to a normal spot. It's actually kind of neat. Mailer. You send a mail, so assuming, let's say for this example, it adds a forward option. So like just like regular emails in real life, it has a forward option because this game doesn't have one by default for some reason. Copies the message, then you can forward it. Self-explanatory. And then you can also send mass mails to like your guildies and stuff, so that's a thing. Master Merchant. I'm pretty sure everyone at this point knows exactly what Master Merchant is, but if you don't, based on what your trade guilds are, if something has a sale on it, it'll show you an MM price at the bottom. Just keep in mind, it only tracks data from the guild you're in. So my price could be different from your price, but it gives you a general idea of how much in general things are going for. It's good for people who like making profits and stuff. P-chat. Let me just show you this real quick. Well, P-chat is basically a UI for your chat box. I usually have mine covered up. Let me show you, for example. You could change it and then show you different things. If someone links something, for example, like that, or like a copy message, copy line message, channel, talk. If someone links something, you can click a link to. And yeah, that's basically it. And you can color code like all your, like if you have different tabs for your guilds, color code everything as well. It's pretty neat. Personally, it's something you're gonna want. Raid notifier. If you like doing trials, get raid notifier. It's like deadly boss mods if you've played WoW. It tells you when things are happening. Whether you're a new player or an experienced player, you should get it. It just tells you when things are happening so you don't embarrass yourself in public. Raid timer. This one has been out of date for a long time. When you step foot in a trial to the end of it, it tells you how long you've been in there and what your potential score could be. Yeah, that's about it. Roomba. It cleans up your guild bank or your bank in general. Press one button and it auto stacks everything for you. Good. Sky shards. It tells you all the sky shards on the map. Self-explanatory. Shrendar is one of those things where it's like a buff tracker. And it's a lot of customization. And something that I have, for example, is like AoEs. I have mine set. And so basically, look around here. I'm gonna test this on a target dummy and I'll show you like what I'm talking about. So basically there's a lot of different UIs for like buff tracking and stuff, but for what I have, just look. So you see the liquid lightning, blockade, and all that stuff where you see a timer. That's like the little green bar. You can customize that, and that's basically it. You can track any add-on or turn off as much as you want, but if you're doing a lot of like dungeon stuff, it just kind of helps you keep track of like timers, so it's pretty sweet. Alright, so now that we've gone over all the add-ons, I'm gonna go into a little bit more depth to all of them. So some of them that might be a little bit more complicated to explain. I'll do this. So combat metrics is something that everyone should get. So I guess you can see from the little thing right here, the total time you've been in combat, your damage, something worth noting. What else is there? Essential housing tools. This one is kind of tricky to explain because it's something you're going to have to want to learn. So we're in my house right now. You see these grid lines? You can learn to place things properly, more or less. I'm still not like a master of it, but like if you want to, if you're like a perfectionist, OCD for your house and all that stuff, it really does help when placing an item. Like it just adds grid lines and all that stuff. And then you look on the ground and see all that stuff. So it's something you're going to have to play with. I can't really explain it. You just kind of have to look at it. And then it comes up with like all these pop-ups and like target dummies, repair all stations, and interactive items. You can turn them on and off. Properly place items. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I just haven't really like mastered it yet. What else is there? I don't know. Most of these I would say are pretty self-explanatory. LUI extended is something that you're gonna have to like customize on your own time, but it's like if you want to see different health bars of everything, your UI, this is definitely one I'd recommend. I know there's some other ones, but this is just what I use. Master Merchant is also one you're gonna have to customize, like if you wanna sell items, and you can track the days in sales. So it's something you have to play with. These are all the settings that I use. I would say, like, this is pretty updated. That's about it. Don't think there's much more to say. Most of these are self-explanatory. Play with the settings to your liking, and maybe you found something that might have been interesting to you. If you did, that's great. But yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.